Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer Roundup video. On the 17th of January 2019, His Royal Highness the Duke of York presented operational medals to 90 officers and soldiers of the 2nd Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. His Royal Highness has been the Royal Colonel since its amalgamation in 2006. The parade took place at Glencorse Barracks, and during the parade His Royal Highness inspected members, as well as Corporal Cruachan IV, the regimental mascot, and the pipers and drums of the 2nd Battalion. The tradition of having a Shetland pony continued when the antecedent regiments amalgamated in 2006. The current pony took over the role following the retirement of the much-loved Cruachan III. The Princess Royal attended engagements in the county of Derbyshire, where Her Royal Highness marked special anniversaries of 3 local organisations: the Carers Trust, Our Dear National, and a sailing club in her role as President of the Royal Yachting Association. As President of Riding for the Disabled Association, the Princess Royal marked the 40th anniversary of the Mid-Derbyshire Centre. As President of the Carers Trust, Her Royal Highness visited Ripley Carers Hub on Tuesday to celebrate their 30th anniversary and find out more about the challenges carers face. Her Royal Highness also met young carers, staff, members, carers and trustees. And finally, in Derbyshire, the Princess Royal celebrated Toddbrook Sailing Club's 60th anniversary as President of the Royal Yachting Association. The Royal Yachting Association works to increase participation in boating and raise sailing safety standards. Also this week, the Princess Royal visited Cumbria, where Her Royal Highness spent time at New Balance UK, Barrow Food Bank, Project John and Save the Children. UK Fashion and Textile Association offer their members business advice and help with the manufacturing and training. The organisation also promotes the UK fashion and textile industry. The Princess Royal was given a tour of the New Balance factory, where Her Royal Highness learned about the design and shoemaking process in Britain. Her Royal Highness met staff involved with the production, and at the end of the visit was given a pair of personalised trainers. The Princess Royal also spent time at Barrow Food Bank, meeting members of the volunteer team and learning about the work they do and the people they help. On the 20th of January, the royal family tweeted, "Happy birthday to Her Royal Highness the Countess of Wessex."
Happy birthday, Your Royal Highness!
The royal family also announced that the Countess of Wessex has today become patron of the Thames Valley Air Ambulance. The Thames Valley Air Ambulance rapidly respond to the most critically ill patients with cutting-edge emergency medical care across Berkshire, Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire. The Countess is a long-standing supporter and personally experienced the vital care of the Air Ambulance Emergency Service in 2001. Last year, Her Royal Highness opened the Thames Valley Air Ambulance's new headquarters and saw how the charity is at the front line of saving lives, performing the most advanced medical procedures and using state-of-the-art technology to prepare for challenging conditions the air ambulance often encounters. On the 21st of January 2019, Kensington Palace announced that tomorrow the Duke of Cambridge and Sir David Attenborough will discuss Sir David's work, highlighting the importance of the natural world and urgent challenges facing the next generation of environmental leaders.
People of my generation now are beginning to step into positions of leadership around the world. The work to save the planet is probably largely going to happen on our watch. What advice do you have for my generation, and what can we build on that you have started?
I think the paradox that there has never been a time when more people have been out of touch with the natural world than is now. And we have to recognize that every breath of air we take, every mouthful of food that we take, comes from the natural world. And that if we damage the natural world, we damage ourselves. We are one coherent ecosystem. It's not just a question of beauty or interest or wonder. It's the essential ingredient, the essential part of human life is a healthy planet. We are in the danger of wrecking that. If we don't recognize the sort of connections that I've been describing, then the whole of the planet becomes in hazard. And we are destroying the natural world, and with it, ourselves.
On the 21st of January, His Royal Highness the Duke of York visited 617 Squadron. During the visit, the Duke met some of the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy personnel who are part of the Lightning Force and viewed the F-35B Lightning aircraft. The Duke of York served as a pilot in the Royal Navy for almost 20 years and now holds the rank of Vice Admiral. On the 22nd of January, Prince Charles, the Duke of Rothesay, officially opened the new Dumfries House Health and Wellbeing Centre. Also on the 22nd, the Countess of Wessex visited Brendan Care to open their new care home and dementia service, Shared Care. It's one of the few in the UK that allows couples to stay together in supported accommodation if one is living with dementia. The Countess meets Jeff and Jean Groves, who are residents of Otterbourne Mews, the new dementia-friendly apartments for couples or individuals living with dementia. The Countess has been patron of Brendan Care since 2003 and last visited Otterbourne Hill site in 2016 to mark the start of the new service's construction. The Countess tours Brendan Care's new facilities, as well as meeting family members, staff and supporters. On the 22nd of January 2019, the Duke of Cambridge met with New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. On Wednesday, they will both join a mental health matters panel. Also on the 23rd, the Duke of Cambridge met Al Gore to discuss the urgent work needed to address global environmental challenges. The Duke of Cambridge met with Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands and German Chancellor Angela Merkel at Davos today.
And I think now there's a generation here that are finally realising that this is not normal, we should talk about it and we should get over it. And that's why it's fantastic that people like the Prime Minister of New Zealand, she understands and she gets this, that this is a generational issue and that we've got to start tackling it now so that our children and our grandchildren don't have to go through this sort of process and they can be a lot more open about it.
Was there a particular incident at work that really made you think this hit home in such a hard way?
Yeah, and I still find it very difficult to talk about it. I get very emotional about it because it relates very closely to my children. And so it is very, very hard to talk about it. And lots of people in the medical community have these particular cases where I don't think you ever get over it because you go through someone else's pain and you live with it. And I just felt that the most important was understanding and realising that it was there. And I think if I hadn't been doing what I was doing, I might have gone into my shell a bit and gone, I can deal with this myself. And then potentially down the line, it manifests itself in a much worse situation. So I very much felt that this was an important thing. And we talk about it with my colleagues and other guys and girls there. And as a team, you draw it out and you debrief about it. And the whole team was very affected by this one particular job. And you manage it that way. And I know that if I hadn't taken the action that I did then, I would have definitely gone down a slippery slope and I would have been dealing with mental illness on a different level.
Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. And do also make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. So from me in Shropshire, goodbye.